Ugh, it's crooked. Hello, my friends, Bella Maldonado here, and today we're going to be working on a Halloween card. And not just any old Halloween card, but a tarot themed Halloween card. I mean, come on, we do tarot on this channel, right? How can we not? So I thought maybe we can use a couple of characters. The devil on Halloween, you have to, right? So I'm thinking we'll have the devil card interacting with our tower card. And what I did was I tried to find the devil card online and I threw it into PixLR. I'm pretty sure it was PixLR, the editor, the imaging editor, to remove some of this background. So, you know, I used the eraser tool and some other things to eventually isolate the devil from the background, and I got this guy. How cute is this? And I did the same thing, something similar with the tower card, and I got this guy. They're so adorable. I love them. So I just printed it out on cardstock and I used my Cricut to cut them out. But if you don't have a Cricut, I mean, if you have an X-Acto blade, you can, you know, just take the time out to cut out the outline and isolate your tarot figures. So I thought maybe I would draw something that looks like little hills. I'll probably get some watercolors and paint those in. And I'm thinking I'll put the devil over here with the tower. And I want the devil to place a little wager with the tower card. So I think he's gonna say, let's see who can scare more people on Halloween, because he's so confident he can do it. But the tower card, which I don't know, for me is a lot more scarier than the devil, he says, you're on. How about that? That's funny, that's cute, right? I mean, I'm not a greeting card writer, but I thought that was kind of funny. So I'll have those two there. And then, oh, I cut out a little jack-o'-lantern trick-or-treat bag, and I think I'm gonna give this to the devil. So how about we put that there in his hand and he's ready for trick-or-treating. He's ready to scare everybody. And then I cut out a little haunted house, so I think I'll put that in the background. And then I managed to cut out some little tiny bats. They're really, really tiny. I also used the Cricut for this, but it almost didn't work because they're so small. There were actually more, but they were so tiny that it just didn't work. But I mean, you can easily draw that in, right? You don't have to be an amazing artist to draw something that looks like little bats in the background. But since I was able to cut some of these little guys out, I managed to get 3 of them that were decent. So I'll have those guys flying in the background. So what do you think? Is this cute? Is this gonna work? I think maybe I'll have a base card, because I don't think, I feel like I want this to have some kind of a border. Let me see, I have this dark piece of paper. This might work. So like, what if I did it so we had kind of a background like this, and then I'll just cut this paper a little shorter so that we can make this border. And then I also printed what the inside is gonna look like. So let's see. So the inside is gonna say, wishing you a devilishly delightful Halloween. Embrace the chaos and the magic of the night. And then I just kept the little haunted house there. So, you know, this is the idea with the hills that I'm gonna do with watercolor. I hope it comes out okay. I don't know, now that I think about it, I don't know if can this paper handle it? We'll see. We'll see how it works. So then I'll probably just cut this so that we don't have this white border. And I think I will cut this the same size as this, which will allow us to have this blue border as our base card. What do you think? Is this doable? Okay, so here is my cutting board, and I'm gonna cut this off this border off right now. And I'm wondering, does it make sense to cut it at the same time so I can get these to be the same size? Is that going to be too much? Can it handle it? Can it handle cardstock? And this is also a light cardstock. Let's see, let's try it. Let's line this up as perfectly as possible. All right, I think that's where we want to cut it. So now I'm going to take this piece and line it up in the same spot. So if I cut them together, that should do it, right? I'm not going to mess this up. I always get so nervous when I do these projects. Can you imagine the more important things in life? How I deal with that? Okay, so I'm gonna slice this. Are we ready? Oh my God, I'm scared. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I did that. All right, I think we're okay. So let's see. Okay, great. So we got rid of that white border. So now I want to get rid of this one over here. And I do things like this because I don't like measuring, because I feel like when I measure, you would think that it would be more accurate when I measure, but it's not. Ugh, I think I moved it. Did I move it? I think I moved it. Grr. All right, I think we're good. So now I'm going to slice this off. Okay, now we have to slice this side off. So let's first line it up down here and slice away. So we've cut our card down to size. So now we don't have any of those white borders. And, oh, you know what? Oh, right, I have to cut the other side too. I'll just line this up. I'm gonna grab a pencil, and now I'm just gonna draw a line where this should be cut. This is gonna be the outside. And then, hopefully, cutting it down to size. Let me just get rid of this cutter. Hopefully cutting it down to size will now allow us to have a border. Yes, okay. So we'll have that nice dark border here, and I'll just need to fold this guy up. Yes, that'll work. So here is my score pal, and I'm going to score this down the middle, because this will be our base. So since this is 11 inches, I'm going to find the 5.5 inch mark, which is right here. And we're going to score that down the middle. Ah! Hate when that happens. All right, let's try this again. Go a little faster. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna fold that in. Look at that score line. Oh, it's gorgeous, except for that thing that I did, but otherwise, beautiful, beautiful. All right, so we're gonna fold this down. So now what's gonna happen is we're gonna have this on the inside, like that, with our little border. And then this on the outside with our border. So upon further inspection, it looks like it's not exactly even all the way around. You'll see that it's kind of wider on the sides than it is on the top and bottom. So if I look at the top and bottom and take my little ruler here, it looks like the border is about 1/2 millimeter on either side. So I need to do the same thing for the left and right. Let's cut it here. All right, so let's see if that helped. Is it even? Is it lopsided? Okay, so yes, that's much better, right? Why is this so dark here? It looks pretty even all around. Yes. What is up with this lighting? What happened? Oh, now we have to cut the inside to match up. Do we? I don't know what's happening anymore. Okay, no, yeah, we're good. We are good. Wait, are we? Do I need to cut this? You know what? I don't want to mess with it anymore. I don't want to keep cutting and cutting until like the whole card just completely disappears. I'm gonna leave it alone. So I'm going to tape this down because I do not want this paper to start warping. This is not watercolor paper. So why am I using watercolors then, you ask? Because it's what I'm comfortable with. I should probably use acrylics or something, or maybe even a marker. But I don't know. I wanna live on the edge, people, and see what happens when I try to use watercolors on this cardstock. The more I say it out loud, the more of a bad idea it sounds. Okay, so giving this about 10 seconds worth of thought, I decided I'm living on the edge, people. I'm gonna use the watercolor. You know, it's the little devil saying, try it, do it, see what happens. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna do is maybe use this brown for the hills and maybe mix it up with some of these colors here. So let's give that a whirl. Now, I don't know if this paper is gonna absorb any of these colors, but who knows? Oops. Oh dear. You know, it's fine. Let's try a darker color. Actually, let me use the darker color here a little bit, and then use the lighter color in the background. I'm excited to see what the final product will look like. The paint is finally dry, so I'm going to take this out and see how badly the warping turned out. Ooh, no, look what I see. Oh, you know, why? Let's do this slowly, so we don't rip the paper like we did before. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. Okay, I'm gonna go very slowly here. Not great, but we can probably fill that in with something, right? Do any of these colors match? Oh boy, why do these things happen? And then mix that with a little purple. Okay, so that's clearly not what we want. Are we making things worse? Maybe a colored pencil. So what if I grab this pencil and try to maybe fill some of that in? Oh my goodness. Would this work? Why am I just like randomly picking colors? Let's swatch some of these things. You know, I'm gonna leave well enough alone because I'm just gonna end up ripping this paper. Okay, well, it's better than it was before. So let's put our characters back into the card just to get an idea of spacing. I think that placement looks pretty good. So let's go grab the glue. So we're gonna glue this guy down first. Okay, right there. Let's get some glue. Oh, I just got glue all over the freaking... So I have to make sure that his hand stays in there. I wish this was tilted a little more, but... All right, so is that how this is going down? Okay, that's how it's going down. Oh, I can't forget his little jack-o'-lantern. Then I'll just put a little dot of glue here. So now we're gonna glue down the speech bubble for the tower. Do we want to tilt it? Give it some pizzazz? I have to learn how to craft better. Look at all this glue. Should I just let it dry? I'll let it dry and then peel it off later. Bad crafter, bad crafter. Just gonna put this down here. Okay, now it's time for the little house. Let's see, what can go wrong with the house? Do you think something will go wrong with the house? A house on the hill. I think for the little tiny bats, I have something called quickie glue that is in the shape of a pen. Actually, I might have one that's already open. Let me check the other one. Okay, so this one's already open. Let me see if I can get any glue out of here. Is this even... I mean, I think stuff is coming out. So let me try with the biggest bat. Well, you know, another thing I can do is just kind of like dump it in that puddle. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to take a chance. So let me just try drawing on the glue. I mean, I see something. So let's see if that works. So can I pick it up with this and just lay it there? Oh no! Come on. There. Is that where we want it? You know what? It's going where it lands. So let's try that. And then you bring over this little guy. Is that good enough? That might be good enough. All right, let's throw him there. Sure, why not? This better stick. I don't know if I'm trusting this glue. All right, now let's try the little itty bitty one over here. Okay. There? Sure. I don't know. I don't know if this glue's working. Let's see. I mean, the big one seems pretty good. That's not moving. Okay, it's working. It's working. Okay, so this quickie glue stuff for little itty bitty projects, not bad. All right, let's see the real test. Okay, it didn't fall. All right, I'm happy with that little pen glue. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside so it can dry, and then we're gonna work on gluing the inside of the card to this base over here. And I need to avoid this glob of glue. Do you think I can make all of that happen at the same time? Okay, so I am going to glue this side of the paper, and then we're gonna put that on the base. All right, so let's carefully, thoughtfully put this down where it needs to go. I don't know how you card makers out there do this. How are you able to be so precise with these things? All right, so that's folding fine. Does that look even on both sides? Maybe I can put a piece of paper here so you guys can see it a little better. Does this look even on both sides before I push it down? I mean, it's okay, right? I think, is it straight? Do I need to, is it already locked into place? Ugh. You know what? It's good enough. I mean, I'm not selling these at Hallmark. Let's make sure we push all of this down. Ugh, it's crooked. Can we move it? No. We're done. It's done. It's done and it's crooked, but you know, that's what gives it its unique touch. Look at this. Look at this. Ugh. I should have used Mod Podge. That stuff lets you move it around. It's got character. Ugh, I hate when character is crooked. Oh, that's awesome. Look what happened here. So let's glue the back of this and put it onto our card. Let's make sure that this isn't going to be upside down. Okay. Okay, my friends, so there's our little Halloween card, and there's our inside. I hope this inspires you to make your own homemade messes, but it was still fun. It was still fun, and you know what? I might try making more of these, and I think I've noticed some things that I might want to do differently, like the outline. It's funny, because on camera you notice it more. You notice that white outline. So what I'll do is I'll probably edge it with black, so it's not as noticeable. But in person, I only can see it if I tilt it like this. So as long as it's not on camera, it's okay. And then maybe, you know, I'll try to find some kind of adhesive that will allow me to wiggle the paper around a little bit longer so that we don't have this thing going on. But otherwise, I mean, it's not bad for my first card. It was fun, it was cute. You can, you know, do something like this for your tarot loving friends. You know, I was gonna send this to a friend, but it didn't come out exactly the way I wanted, and I don't know, we'll see. I'll think about it. If you have any ideas for other tarot related greeting cards that I can try out, we can try out together, pop them in the comments. If you enjoyed this process, if you enjoyed my ridiculousness, hit the like button. If you want to see more, definitely hit subscribe. Until the next one, bye.